History bombs, Stonehenge.
Stonehenge! There it is. When ancient Egyptians were building the pyramids, ancient Britons put some stones in a field in Wiltshire. Over recent centuries, Englishmen have come up with some pretty interesting ideas as to how and when they got there.
I, Geoffrey of Monmouth, believe it was built in the 6th century by Merlin and some giants.
No. I, John Aubrey, conclude that they were built at least 600 years prior to that, and by Druids. Probably.
Aliens!
Yes, thankfully, due to the invention of radiocarbon dating in the 1950s, we now have a much better idea. It's time for the history bomb of Stonehenge, and the journey begins at the turn of the Ice Age 12,000 years ago. You see, during the Ice Age, early man would gallivant through the English countryside, slaughtering the occasional mammoth. But at the end of the Ice Age, large mammals couldn't take the heat and started to die off. This was a game changer for early man. He had to settle down in villages and pioneer something called agriculture.
We're trying this new fad called farming or yarming. It might have a soft F. Basically, you take seeds, you put them in the ground, and then you wait for an extended period of time. It's totally wild.
Yarming was not as much fun as hunting, but it did create free time. In 3500 BC, early man started using his time off to build earth mounds known as long barrows in this area.
Excellent. Another earth mound finished. Can't think of what to put in it though. Bones! Blimey, that's a bit dark. I can't think of anything else though. Let's do that.
And so began the association of Salisbury Plain with death. But they weren't content with just a few long barrows. In 3400 BC, they embarked upon a breathtaking effort just a few hundred metres from here.
Guys, stop what you're doing. We need to go and build a giant oval track in the chalk.
The Cursus, as it's now known, is a huge 3-kilometre oval. Archaeologists have no idea why it was built, but they do know it would have taken over 40,000 man-hours using only reindeer antlers as tools. 400 years later, the next big thing in megalithic architecture was the henge.
Well, 400 years ago we built the Cursus, but we really need to modernise it, really update it.
Well, you've come to the right person. We have a client in the Orkney Island. Up there, they've been building henges. They're super modern. It's an area of flat land surrounded by a bank and a ditch to commemorate the dead. I think if you have one of those here, in 5,000 years, people will come and see it.
And she was absolutely right. They initially built a ditch and a bank, and then 56 holes, now known as the Aubrey Holes, in which they cremated over 200 bodies. It wasn't until 2550 BC that some stones finally arrived at Stonehenge. The first stones to get here were the smaller bluestones, and bizarrely, they came all the way from South Wales.
Gareth, mate? Yeah? What are you doing with that stone?
Well, I got your message. Big celebration for the ancestors in Wiltshire. Bring your own stones.
Yeah, it's actually bring your own bones, mate.
Bones!
See? Oh, you're joking.
Oh, actually, that does make a lot more sense.
Yeah.
What am I supposed to do with these then? I've dragged them 150 miles from the Prezelli Hills.
Oh, I like put them in a circle or something.
Oh. Nobody knows how or why these particular bluestones got here from South Wales, but they are said to have healing properties. Some people have even suggested they may have special sound qualities and would have been played like a massive xylophone. And that's what I call rock music.
Oh, get off!
No. 50 years later, the bluestones are quite literally overshadowed by these colossal sarsen stones. Conveniently located Neolithic man. Can you tell me how these 50-ton sarsen stones got here?
Crane.
A crane?
No, the Coordinated Relocation and Neolithic Earthworks organisation. Basically, we took about 200 people to cart each stone the 19 miles from the Marlborough Downs to here, and then assembled them in a calendar formation and marked the winter solstice.
That is fascinating, and I don't suppose you know the meaning of Stonehenge.
Oh, aye, well that's very similar.
What are you doing? You can't go around telling people the meaning of Stonehenge. Where's the fun in that?
I quite like to. Hey, what am I going to do with this body?
Bury him.
I love burying things!
Hey? Burial! What's that? It's got a little thingy on it.
Look at his face.
Hello, mate.